Right now at 5, everybody needs a photo ID to vote in November, and that includes people who've already mailed in their absentee ballots. Nearly 12,000 people have requested absentee ballots in Wisconsin.
And today, the Government Accountability Board outlined several steps for county clerks, especially for absentee ballots.
Our coverage begins in Brookfield with Jonah Kaplan. Jonah?
Mike, good evening. Pleasant good evening, everybody. We are 49 days away exactly from the election, 7 weeks, and these instructions, these guidelines, they couldn't come soon enough because look what just arrived. Stacks of these, 28,000 ballots ready for November 4th.
You know, whenever you're dealing with a larger volume of people and implementing something that maybe is not familiar, it is a bigger deal. Obviously, we'll try to figure it out and get it accomplished.
City clerks across the state, and there are nearly 2,000 of them, need more than a vote of confidence. In Brookfield, Kelly Michaels needs to train staff and voters about the new law.
What if your ID doesn't look like you anymore? Because, you know, your ID could be 10 years old. You could have a new hairstyle. It could be a different color.
Michaels also must send out thousands of absentee ballots, and the deadline to do that is Thursday.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight time frame.
Today in Madison, election officials tried to calm those nerves. The Government Accountability Board outlined specific instructions. Clerks must tell absentee voters to send a copy of their ID, even if the vote has already been sent back.
In some cases, we have phone numbers and email addresses for the follow-up, but we want to make sure a written communication is sent to them.
As for the procedures at the polls, the GAB will offer up to 6 hours of online training to Election Day staff.
You have to make sure it's the right type of ID. You have to make sure it's current. Does the name conform to the name on the poll list? And the photo has to only reasonably resemble.
Election officials also talking about the time and turnout on Election Day. Voter ID could delay some time at the polls, but whether or not more people will turn out, government actually thinks more people will because we keep talking about the election, therefore energizing the electorate. We're live in Brookfield. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, sounds like some issues still need to be ironed out. Thanks, Jonah.
Well, the DMV is extending its hours to help people get a photo ID. The location on Mill Road in Milwaukee and on Grange Avenue in Greendale will be open this Saturday from 8:30 until noon.